floor, your hands resting on your belly. Find a place that your legs are comfortable. You don't feel like you're having to hold them up. So it might be where you have to take your feet a little bit wider so that the legs can rest. Either find a soft gaze at the ceiling or close your eyes. Tap into your breath right away. Listen to the sound that your breath makes. Feel where your breath moves in your body. And just give yourself this moment here just to be still. Bring the awareness to the body, the breath. Allow your mind to quiet. Elongating each breath in and each breath out. With your hands at your belly now, I want you to press your sacrum down into the mat so that your tailbone slightly curls up. And right away, hopefully you feel a little bit of engagement in the low belly muscles. Now scooch the shoulder blades a little closer together and draw your shoulders down and press your scapula into the mat. Lift your head off the mat a couple inches, chin towards your throat, and then rest the back of the skull back down. So you're ramping the chin in towards the throat to elongate the back of the neck. Keep that contraction in your belly and breathe in. And exhale. So notice this feeling of your back against the floor, your sacrum, your shoulder blades, and the back of your head. And feel what's happening in the front side of your body. And remember this, as we move throughout the practice, I'm gonna reference this again when our back is not against the floor. So I want you to keep this core engagement. So core is from the shoulders, the hips, and all around. Keep this. And then release your hands by your sides. Bring your feet at least about hip width apart. And let's just do a little bridge articulation. So start to lift the hips. Doesn't have to be your highest bridge. Just start to engage the back of the legs. And then as you exhale, you'll roll back down. Inhale, press the feet down and just slowly start to peel your hips and your back off the mat and then roll back down. One more time. Pressing the feet down, engaging the glutes, the hamstrings, and roll back down. All the while keeping the muscles of the face soft. Extend your right leg up. And if you want to capture the back of the thigh, go ahead, or else just have the legs straight up. Start to point and flex your foot. Just super simple movement, but starting to get into the ankle joint and just notice what you feel in the front of in your shin and along the back of your calf there. And then go ahead and switch legs. Point and flex. And then you might also just notice the difference, if you did feel a difference between your two legs. Each right and left side of the body can be a lot different, and that's okay. It's just nice to kind of feel and notice those differences. So let's go ahead and bring that foot down. Bring your right leg back up. Hold the back of the thigh. Lift your head and shoulder blades off the mat. Draw the chin back in towards your throat and extend your left leg long. So your left leg is gonna hover. Draw the navel down, press the sacrum down. Breathe. Shoulders down away from the ears, and then switch legs. Pause. So right foot is hovering. You're pushing the right heel away, pushing the left heel up, and switch. Start to go a little bit faster. Inhale and exhale. If you want to add on here, point your toes as you switch, and then flex your feet. So you're pointing, and flexing. Awakening our core. Just a few more. Last two. And we are done with that. Relax your head down, feet down. Take half happy baby in the right. So grab the outer edge of your foot, inner arch, your ankle, your calf, the back of the thigh, wherever you can reach, and draw that right knee off to the side and down. Take your left hand, hold either your shin, your ankle, or the top of your foot, and then bring the sole of the foot to the floor to the best that you can. Bring the heel in as close to that buttocks as you can, and then start to drop off to the right. So you're gonna roll your body slightly to the right, opening up the left front thigh, so the quadricep, the hip flexor, and then getting that deep flexion in your right hip. Just a couple breaths. Relax the face. You might even engage in a little hint to the smile. And let's come back through center and switch sides. So grab where you can on that left side, draw the left knee down towards the floor. Right hand holds the shin, ankle, or top of the foot as you bring your heel down and in towards your buttocks, and then gently roll to the left. And when you get in this position, if you feel like you need more in your quadricep, you might even be able to hug that heel in closer or place the heel of the foot on the floor. And then just breathe. Good, let's come on back to center and release. Grab the backs of the thighs, lift the head and shoulder blades, and roll lengthwise on your spine a few times. Give yourself a nice little massage here. Once you have enough momentum, come up, cross your ankles, table pose. So come around and then right away, find your foundation through the hands. So spread the fingers wide. Wrap your upper arm bones in so the elbow creases face a little more forward or towards your thumb. So really stabilize your shoulders. Knees are under your hips. And then have that feeling of when we were on our back of the skull, shoulder blades, sacrum are pressing against the floor. So the core is engaged here. Keep that and send your right leg straight back. Spin the inner thigh up towards the ceiling, toes point down. Try to straighten the leg as much as you can. Push the heel to the space behind you. So you feel some glute engagement, quad engagement, and then gaze a little forward of your hands. Shift your body weight forward about an inch or two, shoulders past your wrists, and bend your elbows for a little mini chaturanga here. Push back up, straighten your arms. Now bring your thigh into your belly without rounding your back in cat pose. Just hug that thigh up and in. Send the legs straight back, breathe in. Rock forward, bend your elbows, breathe out. Inhale, push back up, and exhale, thigh to belly. So do 2 more of those. Move at your own pace. Your chaturanga can be really, really small. When you bend your elbows, you're sending the bony part of the elbows straight back behind you. Good, finish 1 more, and then land back in table pose. Tuck your toes under and sit your hips back, broken toes pose. So we'll stretch into the bottoms of the feet for a moment. Interlace your hands behind your back, but place your knuckles at your sacrum. Roll the shoulders back and down, and then just try to squeeze your elbows, your bent elbows towards each other. All the while, you're keeping tone in the belly. So draw the navel back and in, drop the ribs slightly, and then squeeze the elbows towards each other, opening up the chest. Breathe some breath down into your feet, especially if you're feeling a lot of sensation there. Hang in there, 1 more breath. Release hands, come forward. Tops of the feet down, gently give them a little smack. Good, come back into your nice strong table pose, back of the skull, shoulder blades, sacrum, pushing against the floor, and then send your left leg straight back. Spin the inseam of that thigh up to rotate the hip bone down, toes flex down. Gaze forward of your hands, rock forward, Chaturanga. Warming up the arms, push back up, knee to belly. Straight leg back, rock forward, elbows bend, push, and thigh comes into belly. Take 2 more. Take your time, go at your own pace. Try to avoid, just for now, rounding your back. I want to really focus on that flexion at the hip and engaging the low belly. When you finish your last one, come back to your table pose and sit back onto the tops of your feet to stretch your ankles. Bring your hands together, interlace your fingers, forearms come together, and then let's just take some figure 8s. Roll out the wrists. You're also getting a nice little opening in your upper back here, so breathe into that. Switch directions with your figure 8s. And then let's release. Plant the hands, tuck the toes, downward facing dog pose. We're gonna be here for probably at least a minute. So you've got lots of time to play around with some movement. You've got some time to change up your footing. Maybe go wide. If you typically keep your feet in the same place, change it up a little bit. If you tend to hold really still in your down dog, try moving and just see what it feels like. We want to push the heels of the hands into the ground. Fingers are spread wide. Head and neck are relaxed. And the seat is lifting up and back. Maybe pedal and bend the knees, pedaling out the feet. Get nice and long on the sides of your body. You can also move your head and neck, looking forward, looking back, looking left and right. And then find some stillness in your down dog. And let's move the shoulder blades. So you're going to draw the shoulders away from your ears, your head will pull forward, and then you're gonna draw the shoulder blades, shoulders up toward your ears, crown of the head moves away from your hands. Do that a couple times. So we're just sliding those shoulder blades up and down the back. And then pause, push away. Bring your feet together. Pivot your heels to the left side of your mat, bend both knees and push back, especially through your right hand, getting a nice stretch on the right side of your body. Come to center and heels to the right. Bend your knees, push back. Push in through with the left hand and come to center. Rock forward into a high plank pose. You can always come to a kneeling plank. Wherever you are though, kind of tuck your tailbone slightly under, engage your glutes. Back of the skull, shoulder blades, sacrum against the floor here, as if we were lying on our back. So that belly pulls up and in. Chin draws up and in towards your throat. Take one long breath in. And then as you exhale, knees down, belly down, come all the way down. Forehead to the mat, tops of the feet glue to the mat, kneecaps lift. Let your shoulders, your hands are next to your rib cage, let your shoulders drop towards your ears. And then roll them up and back to peel your head and your chest for cobra. Drag the heels of your hands back and then lower the forehead down. We'll do that 2 more times. So nice big shoulder rolls into cobra. Shoulders to ears, roll up and back, peel the face and chest, and come down. 1 more time. Shoulder rolls. And exhale, lower. Press yourself up through hands and knees. Take child's pose. Knees can be wide, knees can be together. Turn the palms up, relax your fingers, relax your arms, and relax your shoulders. You might shimmy a little side to side, sending the hips back to the heels a bit more. And just take a moment to be still. Listen to your breath. Feel where your breath is moving. Turn the palms down. Inhale, come all the way up through tabletop, downward facing dog pose. Couple breaths here. Really want to push the floor away and lift your seat up and back. Allow the head to hang. Lift your right leg to the sky. Nice, strong, straight, lifted leg. Push your hands into the floor. Push your left foot into the mat so both legs are nice and strong. And then keep what you created here, but open your hip to the ceiling. So it's like scorpion, but with a straight leg. Keep pushing the right hand into the ground and then bend your knee, scorpion. Roll out your ankle. Lift the knee a little higher. Pause. Now level your hips out, send your legs straight back. Keep the shape in the body, but bring your thigh into your belly. So we're staying in this down dog, this split dog, and then send the legs straight back. Breathe in. Thigh to belly, breathe out. Inhale, leg goes back. Thigh to belly, hold that in, and now rock forward, shoulders over wrists, thigh to belly. Set your foot between your hands or get it there however you can. Lower your back knee, so you're gonna come into more of a 90-90 lunge. Lift your chest. Adjust your clothing. And then interlace your fingers and press your palms away from you. Drop your chin. Breathe into the back of your neck. Lift your chin, lift your gaze, reach your palms up. And then side body stretch over to the right. So your back foot can be tucked or untucked. So whatever works for you. And then side body over to the left. This is going to challenge your balance just a little bit. Just keep pressing that front foot into the floor. And then energetically, like you're hugging those thighs in towards each other. Just keep moving side to side here. Keep lifting and lengthening up through the side of your body. Make your way back to center and release your hands to the mat. You're gonna come to your fingertips. Also, if you're a person that really struggles with the floor seems really far away, blocks or books even, if you're at home and you don't have blocks, well, obviously you're at home. Tuck your toes. So come to fingertips, lift your back knee, standing L. So you're just gonna launch up here, lift that back leg. Then you're kind of coming into this halfway lift, flat back. Draw the chin towards the throat, and then left foot will meet right. Ragdoll pose, bend your knees a lot so that the belly and maybe the rib cage connect to your thighs. Take opposite elbows. Let your arms hang, let your head hang. You might move a little, sway side to side. Just pause, 2 more deep breaths. Feel the weight in the feet here. You can even shift around a little bit and just noticing, moving the body weight around. Release hands to the floor. Halfway lift, fingers at the floor, fingers can be at the shins, and then fold over your legs. Keep the knees slightly bent, push your feet down and reach your arms up. Palms touch overhead and hands come to your heart. So first time here, standing, just take a moment. Feel free to close your eyes or have a soft gaze at your fingertips. And maybe just take a moment to bring to mind what brings you to your mat today or any other day. Why this practice of yoga? What does it mean to you? Good. And then reach up on your inhale. Fold on your exhale. Halfway lift. Bend your knees, plant your hands, step back, plank pose. Push the earth away, back of the skull, shoulder blades, sacrum, core engaged. Rock forward, toe tips. Lower to your belly. Remember, knees can come down. Forehead down, cobra, circle, shoulders up, back, and down. Maybe you press into the hands, lift a little higher, and then fold, come down. Tuck toes, press up and back through hands and knees, child's pose. Relax your hands, relax your shoulders. Take a breath in. Let it go. Palms down, rise up, table to down dog. Take a breath in and let it go. Lift your left leg, breathe in and pause, stay. Push the hands into the floor, kick the heel straight back. Push your right foot into the ground, both legs nice and strong. Making yourself super long here. Reach through your arms. And then open your left hip up towards the ceiling. Notice if that shoulder wants to come along for the ride. Rotate that left shoulder back down. Bend the knee, heel in towards your buttocks, scorpion. You might roll out your ankle. And then pause. Level your hips and straighten your leg. Keep this down dog shape, split dog, and bring your thigh into your belly. Just hug it in. Inhale as you send the leg back. Exhale as you hug the thigh into the belly. Inhale. Hug the thigh into the belly, pause. Shift forward, shoulders over wrists, look between your hands, and step your foot down. If your foot lands back here, just use your hand, grab the ankle and move it forward. Lower the back knee, 90-90 lunge, arms reach up. Hands interlace, reach overhead. Press your front foot down, find one point of focus and start to go into your side body stretches here. You can linger to one side, you can move a little quicker from side to side, just see what you feel like you need. Make your way back to center, release your hands. Come to the fingertips, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, standing L shape. So the gaze is a little forward now of your mat. Draw the chin up into your throat. Pause. And then right foot meets left. Let's take ragdoll one more time, bend the knees. This time though, I'll invite you to interlace your fingers and clasp those hands over the neck, the base of the skull. Allow your elbows to fold in towards your face. So you've got the weight of the arms to give you a little more traction for your spine. And again, you can sway here if you want, or just stay still. Soften the gaze behind your eyelids. Relax the muscles of your face. Release your fingers. On your inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, fold. Press your feet into the ground, reach your arms up. Hands to heart, exhale. Inhale, reach. You're creating a nice little gentle back bend there as you look up, and then exhale, fold. Lift halfway. Plank pose. Rock forward, toe tips, lower to your belly. Feel free to bring the knees down. Reach your arms back, separate your feet slightly. Lift your legs, lift your hands, lift your chest. Locust pose. Draw the shoulders down, and then we'll do we'll make fists with our hands, and we're just gonna roll out the ankles and the wrists. Switch directions. Back body strengthening. Mobility in the wrists and ankles, and then release, reach. See if you can bring your pinkies even closer together behind you. Maybe interlace your fingers and draw the knuckles down. Point the toes, keep lifting and lengthening all at the same time. Take one more breath in. And then release. Hands come under the shoulders. Tuck your toes. We're gonna go right to down dog. So get yourself there. I'm either moving through a plank or hands and knees, downward facing dog. Take a moment, settle in. Inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, open, bend the knee, scorpion. Level the hips, straighten your leg, breathe in, thigh to belly. Rock forward, shoulders over wrists, foot between the hands. Back knee down, 90-90 lunge. Inhale, arms reach. Cactus your arms, exhale. Squeeze the shoulder blades together as you draw your elbows back and down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. One more. And pull. Inhale, reach overhead. And then exhale, hands come down. We're gonna plant our left hand. Fingers are spread really wide. Dial that elbow crease more towards your thumb or forward. Stabilize through your shoulder. Go ahead and take a little kickstand here with that left foot and step your right leg back for a modified side plank. Reach your right arm up. Look down at your left hand and draw the chin back. Forward arm circles, nice and big. Pull the belly button in. Take those arm circles back, backstroke, lubricating the joint. And then right arm reaches. Option to lift your top leg. You might keep your gaze down. Option to bend your lifted leg and capture the ankle or the top of the foot and then gently kick back, open through the front of that thigh, the hip, the shoulder, the chest. Release. Hug your right knee up into your chest and step your right foot forward. Come back into your lunge. Come to your fingertips, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, standing L shape. Left foot meets right, fold. Rise all the way up, breathe in. Hands to heart, breathe out. Inhale, reach up. Fold, hinge at the hip, a little bend in your knees. Halfway lift, extend the spine, lift the low belly from the thighs. Plank pose. So all those options that we've done up to this point. Otherwise, if you're ready to move on for Chaturanga up dog, rock forward toe tips, bend your elbows, lower partway. And then tops of the feet to the ground, straighten the arms, lift the chest and head, gaze down the tip of your nose. Downward facing dog. Pull the hips up and back. Lift your right leg, breathe in. Bend the knee, scorpion, breathe out. Level the hips, straighten the leg, inhale. Thigh to belly. Step your right foot forward. Keep the back knee lifted this time. Quarter turn to the left long edge of your mat. Start to bend into your back knee now, your left leg. Come to your fingertips here. So you've got it more of a flat back, or you can always use blocks or books. Try to ground the sole of the right foot into the ground. The leg is straight, getting a little stretch to the inner thigh. And then from here, walk your hands over towards your right foot. Let your head go. Keep the bend in that left knee. And then just notice, where are you feeling sensation? It might be one place, it might be 10 places in the body. Relax the face. Little strength building in that left leg. And then lift your head, look towards your hands. Start to shift your body weight into your front leg, towards the front of your mat, and quarter turn back around to the front. Plant your left hand, step back for side plank. Modify, just bring the knee down. Stack the legs. Breathe. Take your hand to your shoulder and then circle around right here with your elbow. Remember, you can always bring your back knee down. Modified side plank. Switch directions through that shoulder. And then release. So modified side plank, you'll either just draw the knee up into the chest again, step your right foot forward. If you're in your full side plank, lift your top leg and step that foot forward, low lunge. Once you're there, come to the fingertips, standing L, lift the back leg. So we're gonna add on from here. You're gonna look down at your foot, bend into that leg, that right knee is gonna bend, and then pull your left thigh into your belly. So you're almost going into a little bit of a Shiva squat. Push the right foot down, come up one-legged mountain. So that left leg comes through, and then hands come to your heart. Flex your toes up towards your shin. And let's just externally and internally rotate at the hips. You're gonna open the knee out, and then you're gonna rotate it in. And just move through that, just nice and easy. Next time you get to that external rotation, hold it out, flex the ankle, ankle crosses thigh, figure 4. Sit back, sits bones back. Draw the chin back, nice long spine. And you know, if you need more, feel free to bring your hands down to the floor. One point of focus with your eyes. We're gonna rise back up for one-legged mountain. Bring your right hand to your heart and bring your left elbow in so your palm faces up, in at your rib cage. Bring your left heel towards your buttocks. Reach for the inner arch of that left foot. So the elbow crease faces out for dancer's pose. Reach your right arm up. This might be your pose. Bring your thighs a little closer together. Nice and solid and stable in that right leg, and then begin to kick the left leg back. And you might hinge forward, opening up the front of the shoulder, the chest, the quad, the hip flexor, creating a back bend. Balancing on one leg. Slowly make your way out. Land the feet, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Take your vinyasa. So it can be stepping back to plank, hopping back to your chaturanga, lowering to belly, lifting for cobra. You can always skip it. We're meeting in downward facing dog. Once you get to down dog, let's stay for just a couple breaths, find some stillness. Next breath in, lift your left leg, bend the knee, scorpion, exhale. Level the hips, straighten the leg, inhale. Hug your thigh into your belly. Rock forward. Step the foot between your hands. This time we're gonna turn to the right, long edge of your mat. Start to bend into your back knee, straighten your front leg. So coming into that side lunge, again, with more of a flat back. Ground the sole of the left foot as best as you can, and then walk your hands over to the left. Relax your head. Reach through the right fingertips, opening up that whole right side of the body down into the low back. Might feel a nice inner thigh stretch. Soften the face. Relax the head down. Now lift your head, look towards your hands. Start to shift your body weight into that front leg, quarter turn to the front of your mat. Plant your right hand. So you want to like dial that elbow crease in and more forward. So it's like you're opening a jar to the outer edge of your mat there. And then either come into modified side plank or full side plank. I'm coming down because this arm is having some issues. It's real weak right now. Reach that left arm up. And then bring your hand to your shoulder. And then just circle forward. You might look down and then circle back. Keep lifting through the right side of the body. Reach your arm back up. Lift your top leg. Bring the thigh in, or step the foot all the way forward if you're in your straight leg version. Come into your low lunge. Lift your back knee, standing L. And then look down here now and put a little bend into your left leg. Hug your right thigh into your chest. Push that foot down to come up one-legged mountain. Good, right knee is forward, right hip level. Curl those toes up, hands to heart. External and internal rotation. Just move. Moving that femur bone in that hip socket. Come back to your external rotation, flex the foot, figure four. Ankle crosses thighs, sit back. Draw the chin back, elongate the spine. If you need more, remember you can always come down, bringing your hands towards the floor, maybe even taking an arm balance. You know who you are out there. I think I know a couple people that are taking this class that are down for the arm balance. Rise back up one-legged mountain. Set yourself up for a dancer's pose. So hand to your heart, right elbow in at your rib cage, palm facing up, heel towards your buttocks, and then see if you can grab the inner arch of your foot. So you're keeping the elbow crease facing out. Draw the thighs together. This might be where you stay, especially if today you're having a little balance challenge. Every day is different, right? And then you might reach that arm up. Find one point of focus. Kick against that hand. So creating that bow shape. And then maybe hinging forward. Just moving with grace. When you are ready, slowly make your way out of this. Both feet to the mat, hands to your heart. Either close down your eyes or have a soft gaze at your fingertips. You might feel your heart beating in your chest. Let's go ahead and sit down in a chair pose. All we're doing is coming back down to the floor, but why not do a little chair pose here? So we'll just start to squat down and down and down and down until your seat meets the mat. Man, okay, we're running out of time. So let's do 2 rounds of bridge or bridge and wheel, and we're gonna get through this. Come on down. I'm gonna hold on to the edges of my mat today for my bridge pose. So squeeze those. If you have your own variation, go for it. Lift your hips when you're ready. Tuck the shoulder blades under your back, a little bit more on the shoulders. Keep the arms strong and active. Press the feet down, lift the hips. And then you might even energetically bring the feet closer together to activate your inner thigh muscles. Find some softness at that space between your chin and your chest, so in your throat. Breathe. Use the glutes, use the hamstrings. Start to release the grip of your hands, release your shoulders, and then release your back. Come down. Take a moment. All right, so my next variation of this, I'm gonna offer the bridge pose with robot arms so we can connect to our pelvis. Otherwise, go for it. If you wanna do wheel pose, go for it. So robot arms, fingers face up. You're gonna press the upper arm bones and the elbows down, lift your hips. Start to walk your shoulders again under your body. And then you might be able to hook your index finger and your thumb at your pelvis. So you've got a little support at the pelvis. We could lift a little higher maybe than you can normally without the support. I'm still using my legs though. My glutes are active, hamstrings, pushing my feet into the ground. 2 more breaths. Remember, if you went up into wheel pose, always tuck your chin before you come out of that to place the back of your skull down onto the mat first, so you don't hurt your neck. In this variation, release the hands, release the shoulders, and release the back. Take a breath in, spine on your mat, and let it go. Happy baby pose. You can always do a modified version by taking peace fingers around big toes and just letting the feet come in and the knees go out. Lengthening the tailbone down, tucking the chin, back of the skull, shoulder blades and sacrum on the mat. Or your wide knee version, grabbing the feet, ankles, backs of the thighs. Rocking side to side if that feels good. And wherever you are, release. Let's take a twist, arms out wide. Feet on the mat, hips are gonna scooch to the right. Lots of variations for your supine twist. I know that most of you have probably lots of options for yourself. So I'm gonna give you 2. You're either here, just knees kind of stacked, or if you wanna try to grab the top of your right foot with your left hand and extend the leg, and then grab the top of the left foot with your right hand and kind of twist yourself into a little bit of a pretzel. Back of the skull stays on the mat. So you're also getting a little bit more of a quad stretch on that bottom leg as you're holding onto that foot and drawing the heel up towards your butt. And then depending on if your top leg straightens, then you might be getting a hamstring stretch. Release, come back to center. And find your center on the mat. Arms out wide, hips lift and scooch to the left slightly and knees to the right. Feel free to stay, or right hand grabs top of left foot, left hand grabs top of that bottom foot. And the back of your skull stays on the mat. If you're in the other versions where you want to turn your head to the side, or you can even try it in this and just see if it feels good in your neck. I'm all about just moving and trying things and seeing what feels good and seeing what doesn't. Release the feet if you've got them. Everyone come back to center. So we pretty much have like 1 minute. So stretch yourself out for Shavasana. And as always, stay here as long as you want. Especially now you're in your own homes, you can really get yourself comfortable with blankets and pillows, mid-morning nap. I always love to say hi to people after this class. So if you wanna do a short Shavasana and finish class with me and turn on your mic and video so I can see you and say hello. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Allow the whole backside of your body to be supported and heavy. Allow the whole front side of your body to just feel open and light. Take another moment just to let your heart rate come down. I'm gonna make my way up to a seat. Stay as long as you need. You can mute me so you don't hear us talking, disturbing your Shavasana. Just when you are ready to slowly come up to a seat, take your time. Find a nice, comfortable cross-legged seat. Allow your spine to become really tall. Bring your hands to your heart. Bow the chin to the fingers. And just sit here for a moment with some gratitude. Remember that all we have is the present moment. Try to let go of all the what ifs and the looking into the future. The unknown is what we're all in it right now. We have a lot of unknown. So stay present with just what is right now in this moment. Thank you guys. Namaste. Thanks. Thank you, Todd.
Thanks, Tracy. That was a good flow today. I sure liked it.
Oh, good. Thanks. How have you been?
Good. That class, it's nice to go slow and build strength like that and open up those joints. So I really enjoyed class.
Thank you.
It's a
Yeah,
good one.
I typically move pretty slow, and I've just been really wanting to like feel it in my body.
Well, you were successful today. That was a good class.
Okay. Thank you. Have a great weekend. It's Friday.
Yeah, you do the same.
For
See you
me, it's
next
almost
time.
Friday every day. Okay, bye. Hi, Myra.
Hi, Tracy. Yeah.
How are you
Thank you.
today?
Yeah, I needed that. I'm all stiff.
You're what?
I'm stiff. Yeah. I did
You're
a lot
stiff.
I did a lot of walking. So I'm like, oh, my hips hurt.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Every day is different. I feel like I wake up, some days my back is really sore and stiff, and then some days like it feels fine, or like, yeah, I've been sore because I'm out walking way more than I would have before. You probably are too.
Yeah. And the woods behind me. Oh, that's the park, Forest Park. So
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
I know. I'm going to go out today. It was lovely yesterday. Well, just after the rain. It was so nice. I know.
Yeah, we went out for an evening walk and it was nice out. But I know I wanted to ride my bike today, but I think it's going to be too wet.
Yes. Is it supposed to rain? I didn't even check. But it's nice.
It was rain. It was raining here. It was raining down here when I got here this morning. The roads were all really wet, but it's like drizzly. So I don't know.
Yeah.
They said it was supposed to be cloudy later. So I don't know. Well, I'm glad you're still here and taking classes, and I get to see you.
Yes, good seeing you. Thank you. That was nice.
Oh, and Myra, even if you move, you can still take classes with us.
I know. That'd be good. I'd like that. I like these.
I mean, depending on how long this goes on, but you know.
I know that's kind of scary in itself.
Well, all of us teachers now are like getting used to doing this. So I'm sure even after we can come back into, I'll probably, if like you wanted, you know, people that live all over, if they wanted a class, I would do it, or just have my YouTube channel, you know, keep it going. So
that'd be good.
Yeah. All right. Have a great Friday.
Yeah, you too. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye. So my sister was not on there? She was?